Разве? Всем здравствуйте, с вами игровой канал Tera Nova. Сегодня у нас прохождение игры The Outer Worlds Special Choice Edition, часть 6. Всем приятного просмотра и настроения.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Ты что-то говорила про новую мыльную оперу, покажи мне ее.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos atmospheric complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Можно я буду вас называть Лю?
How about not?
Ну хорошо, мистер Людовик, а что я могу сделать?
Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
А при чем здесь я?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Я сам до сих пор в шоке. Елена была настоящим подарком для всей колонии.
You're a compassionate person, Captain. And you're right. Halcyon Helen was a talented woman. She had a gift for transforming her art into wealth. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you, I'll win.
Может, вернемся к основной теме, очень вас прошу.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Насколько же вас там на связи?
Just the three of us.
Всего трое, значит, больше никто не будет вмешиваться в разговор.
You must excuse us. The situation on Eridanos is tense. If we don't bring Helen's killer to justice, this scandal could scupper our entire operation. Please, Captain, I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
Можете на меня рассчитывать.
The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Похоже, те двое на дух не переносят друг друга.
The administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
Спокойно, нет ничего, с чем бы я не справился.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Хорошо, мне больше ничего не нужно.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
Что ты знаешь об Эридане?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Понятия не имею, почему именно мне доверили поимку убийцы Елены Алкионской.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Спасибо, Ада.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
You got a second? I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Someone else will clean this up, right?
They'll never see us. Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders?
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Uh-oh. This looks bad.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us!
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
Думаю, она хотела бы знать правду, так же, как ты.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the mana queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Может сработать. Мне казалось, ты знаешь о пустоши абсолютно все.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Hope Edgewater don't end up. What's this?
You take us to the nicest places, Captain.
Спасибо большое и за комментарии, и за поздравления. Тебя тоже с наступающим Новым годом. Хорошо провести праздники, всего самого лучшего.
fun, isn't it? Nice views, a little exercise and fresh air. Well, and sulfury, spory air. Here we go! Look at us! There, Mr. Hey.
Who's ready for more? Make him regret it.
Smell something.
Let's go! That's the last of him.
Hello? Anybody here?
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized.
Включите охранные алгоритмы, я не враг.
Attempting to disengage security protocols without proper authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapons.
Я уполномоченный сотрудник РИЦа, пароль ископаемая.
Executive level password accepted as identification according to employee ID protocol A-3501. Welcome back, Doctor. Be advised. Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry. Please use caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
Watch your step, Captain.
Traps all over.
They're on us.
Здорово, Игорюля.
Captain, this terminal controls airflow for the entire bunker. I've got an idea.
Я слушаю.
I'll drop the O2 levels to 19.5%. That's still enough for humans, but the mantisaurs will die in a matter of minutes. Here goes.
Отличный план.
Don't thank me yet.
Nice one!
That was the hard part. Now it's just the part that might blow us up.
She's right with best at huh, Captain? It's almost a shame we had to put her down.
Let me take a look-see. Okay, I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell network, we can use the empty tanks to hold this ulta-wada-biddle stuff. Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas, and the cells are distributed all through the hull, so I gotta isolate the empties.
Инженерия 60. Вроде правильно. Помнишь о том вентиле на 16-м?
Of course I did, Captain. Just gave it a little jiggle. There we are. Good as pretty and twice as new.
Отлично получилось.
Oh, I just did my thing. You know.
Hey, take the compliment. You did the work.
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do not Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Done.
C&P Borthworth. It's not the worst.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Как же мы амбициозны.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
Если вас это интересует, хвоста за мной не было.
No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. I hope you kept the Unreliable's engines warm, because I got another job lined up for my new favorite contractor. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Sounds like a major business expansion. It pays to get in on those early, you know.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain.
С тех пор исследовательские станции перешли в разряд трофеев.
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit, perfectly legal.
Выглядит рисковым делом. У вас уже есть покупатель?
Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point. But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a Sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
Только покажите, куда идти.
Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that.
Чего вы боитесь, властей, конкурентов?
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
CNP burst pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Or...
Hey, should've get off the pot, damn it. Are you listening in there? You can't be hogging the facilities for 40 damn minutes. You ought to see Ellie. You got a condition or something.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a Sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Проницательность. Ты запнулся, викарий, что ты не договариваешь?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Как все удачно складывается.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Отлично, тогда вперед.
We gotta talk about this.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Said you docked 3 days ago? You seen Arthur today?
Remember, days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
It was his team running that drop? Sure puts things into perspective.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is... Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
No. Happy to see that again. Here we go.
Huh? You hiding? Incoming! You tell!
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
I say, all that screaming in the random hours of the night puts a damper on the mood.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss. I've been thinking.
I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. It makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease, or if he was just born that way.
Ти програма Брайанта.
At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The iconoclasts were going to change Halcyon for the better. But then, we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can anybody so morally bankrupt lead a movement to transform the colony?
Не создавай себе кумира, Феликс, ты напрашиваешься на обман.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You'd never do something like that, would you? Slaughter a whole community of innocents?
Никогда.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get back to it. I need to put all this ugly business with Graham behind me.
Everyone all right? That's the last of them.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
Можно у тебя кое-чем поинтересоваться?
What's with the pleasantries? You want to know something, just ask.
Почему ты выбрала для себя жизнь охотницы?
I didn't. I was born into security detail, and when the corporations abandoned this place, I stayed.
Почему ты осталась?
That's all I know. Besides, I had a few friends here, and they were staying too.
Понятно.
What's up?
Эти железы страшная мерзость. Можешь их взять, пожалуйста?
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
Что за Кхарон?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth, something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Ну, наконец-то мы убьем жука-матку.
Fucking right we are.
Напомни, о какой базе идет речь?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
Вперед.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
That thing crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
Unexpected, no searching.
Open it fire! Nice work! Nice work!
Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here since...
this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
Ведь действительно здесь дышится по-другому.
Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building.
Все это построили вы, всю эту базу?
We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
Подросток здесь посреди пустоши.
Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Жаль, что твои друзья не увидят, как мы мочим этих жучар за дело.
They're on us.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
Ни за что, Неока.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
Ты решил оставить медальоны здесь, мудро, я не против. Бомбил.
Rats for boots?
Не думаю, что не успели этому научиться. Кто ты?
Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Manta Queen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here, and, now the door's locked. Little help?
Но мне нужно попасть внутрь.
Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross.
Раз уж ты заперти, можешь ответить на пару вопросов.
Sure. Beats not answering questions.
Кто ты?
Huxley. I'm an iconoclast runner. The iconoclast runner. Fastest we've got. Ain't a Raptidon on this void-forsaken hellhole that can catch me. I'm... Phew. Sorry. Put me in a tiny room like this and I'm liable to flip. Not keen on tight spaces, you know?
Расскажи об иконоборцах.
Oh, that'd be my people. Graham and Zora and Milton and... I really miss them. You gonna let me out of here? I want to get back to Amber Heights.
Ты часто застреваешь в кладовках.
My buddy locked me in here. I told you that. It was for my safekeeping, on account of Raptidons wanting to munch on my head. But, I mean, okay, yes, fine. I get myself into sticky situations. It's just part of the life, all right? Sometimes you gotta hide in a trash can so you don't get eaten by monsters.
Серьезно, я-то пошутил.
Oh, neither was I. Who'd hide in a trash can? Gross.
Я еще Болт 52 видела тут где-нибудь.
Probably. I don't know. When I try to read things, my mind gets to wandering about all the things I could be doing instead.
Ладно, займемся дверью.
Get me out of here!
Должен быть способ открыть дверь изнутри.
What do you mean? It's locked.
Инженерия 35. Да ладно, давай начнем с ручки. Поверни ее вверх и...
Wait, upward? Oh my eternal soul, it worked!
Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind.
Уверена, что можешь идти?
Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend?
Удачи.
Thanks a lot, mister.
Careful. Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you.
There, nailed it! This up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Be careful with your new friends in Amber Heights. They're not the most reliable types. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Мне нужно, чтобы MSI прекратили трансляцию, и вы создаете помехи на пике дьявола.
You're just as rigid as the old executive committee. Why, we've hardly been able to get a clear message out until recently.
When Graham finally shut up.
It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
Должен же быть и другие варианты.
Indeed. That's why it's imperative that MSI be reinstated onto the board. And the first step is getting the Bolt 52.
В одном терминале в храм была ваша характеристика.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Извините, файл был открыт до меня.
Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before you. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney, and for years, I was a joke to them.
Левую почку.
One of the executives required a transplant.
He's lucky they didn't want a liver or a heart.
I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
И как?
Apparently not.
Вот что бывает, если отдать корпорации всего себя.
Oh, perhaps they were right. After all, what have I built? Stellar Bay is barely keeping afloat.
Спокойно, этот город жив благодаря вам.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else?
Я нашел картридж и удалил данные, как вы и просили.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
Как именно картридж с данными способен помочь?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Да, наконец-то коллегия получит по заслугам.
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea, it's definitely a firm middle finger.
Обещайте, что если я вам помогу, то MSI прекратит трансляцию.
Help us with this final matter and we won't need to broadcast anymore. You have my word. I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch, illegally and in secret.
Really? Most of the time they do illegal stuff out in the open. Cheaper that way.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Санджар, новый используй тип.
You really think so?
Don't encourage him.
I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
Вообще-то говоря, я тут нашел картридж со сведениями о тайных экспериментах ВОК.
Already? If only the rest of the colony operated as efficiently as you. Imagine what a different state we'd be in, hmm? I'll complete the Bolt 52 in no time. I dare say it'll be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Давайте не будем спешить, о каких реформах вы говорите.
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
You are? You could do a lot of good around here, you know. Don't go getting my hopes up.
But that's entirely the point. We've got to hope. We have got to partake once more of the full resources and opportunities of Halcyon.
What about the folks out in the wilderness? Amber Heights, Fallbrook. Will you share with them, or will you hoard those resources here?
My sincerest hope is for MSI to become a model for all of Halcyon. But we must start somewhere. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Отдать ему сведения о ВОК, прошу.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Мне надо идти.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
MSI и иконоборцы больше не ведут трансляции. Данные уже готовы?
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Does it matter? Job's done.
Is that so?
Я помог MSI и иконоборцам получить то, что им было нужно.
I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters not how you fixed my problem, only that you did. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Няс редко кому-то доверяет. Как вы с ним познакомились?
You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history.
Now you hold on. I do not physically go between anyone but that of my choose. Oh, apologies. You meant, right. Yes, I braved the wilderness, so you don't have to.
Precisely. I really ought to give you a raise.
Прежде чем оно заработает, нужно будет выполнить кучу всяких поручений по списку, да?
Don't be ridiculous. We're resetting a broadcast tower, not filing taxes. There are no errands, spreadsheets, or rituals involved. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here.
Понятно.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the panel electrocutes you.
Всем спасибо за просмотр, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. Всем хорошего дня и настроения.